Hey guys, so I got 3 movies I'm going to talk about. I got the Smile movie, I got The Crow, the reboot, and then I got the Hereditary. I got the Hereditary movie. So let's get to it. So the Smile, I'm going to talk about the Smile, right? And then I'm going to talk about the movie. I'm going to give you some information what happened in the one in the theaters, Smile 2. But right now, let's talk about this one. So this is, here's the slipcover. It is nice, creepy looking. And it says, once you see it, it's too late. It has 4K Ultra HD Plus digital code. You know, like all 4Ks do. It's haunting, it's unnerving, scary as hell. So I'm gonna read what it's about. I have it all written down. It has special features. It has digital movie included. You can stream or download it and watch it anywhere. So it's good. And if y'all haven't seen it, I'll just pop it out a little bit so y'all can see. And then the back. This is how it looks. It don't have one right there, but it does come with a digital code, so you can watch it anywhere. And then it says right here at the bottom from the slipcover right here, includes the terrifying original short film that started it all. So there's a short film why this had started, Smile. If y'all have never watched it, watch it. I have not watched it, but it says it. So once I get back to you, I'll let you know, but it says that what started it all. Okay. So that one's that. And so let's get to it. What was it about, this Smile movie, and what draw attention to it from all viewers? Let's get to it. So Smile 2022 is a psychological horror film directed by Parker Finn. Here's a break. Okay, Smile 2022 is a psychological horror film directed by Parker Finn. Here's a breakdown of the key events throughout the movie. Acts 1, introduction and setup. Okay, so Dr. Rose Carter is a therapist working in a psychiatric hospital. Okay, one day she meets a patient named Laura, who claims she is being haunted by a male violent entity that smiles at her through other people. During their session, Laura suddenly becomes terrified, starts smiling eerily, and then dies by suicide in front of Rose. This shocking event leaves Rose traumatized. And that is true. That is in the movie what happened. After Laura's death, Rose begins to experience strange occurrences. She sees people smiling at her and hears disturbing sounds. She starts to believe something supernatural is happening. Act 2. Unraveling the mystery, Rose investigates Laura's claims and discovers a pattern of similar incidents. People who witness a traumatic event involving a smiling person were cursed to experience hallucination before meeting a violent and before them ending themselves. Okay. Rose learns that the curse spreads like a chain. While with each new victim witnessing the previous person's death, as Rose's mental states deteriorates, she becomes estranged from her fiance, Trevor, and sister Holly, who believes she is losing her mind. Her only ally is her ex-boyfriend, Joel, a police detective. Act 3, escalation and revelation, Rose discovers that breaking the curse requires killing someone in front of a witness. Passing the curse to the witness. So they're passing the curse to the witness. They have to kill people in front of them to pass it on. She struggles with the moral dilemma of taking another life to save herself. Wouldn't we all? Rose retreats to her childhood home, where traumatic memories resurface about her mother's death, which she witnessed as a child. She realized the entity feeds on trauma and tears. Acts 4, climax, an ending of this. In a showdown with the entity, Rose tries to confront her fears. She sets fire to the entity, and that is true. In her mind, she thinks that she is killing him in her mind, believing that she had destroyed it, right? However, she wakes up to realize it was a hallucination at the end. The entity is still alive and overpowers her. In the film chilling conclusion, Rose succumbs to the curse, ending her life in front of Joel, who becomes the curse next victim. And that's when they come out with Smile 2. He's in there. And I don't know if y'all seen it, but I don't want to give too much. I'm just gonna tell a little bit after reading this. The ending message, the movie highlights themes of unresolved trauma, the stigma of mental illness, and how fear can consume someone if not confronted. It leaves viewers questioning whether the entity is real or a manifestation of psychological torment. Okay, and so that's that first one. Okay, that's just what's the each from the beginning, second, third, fourth, I had concluded in there to make so y'all know, if y'all haven't watched it, and if y'all watched it, how great is it, right? So I'm gonna tell you how much that movie had made, and it's just a little information. So on the first one, they had made the 2022 film Smile made $217 million, right, worldwide, while its sequel Smile 2 made $131.9 million worldwide, right? And that's the one I'm about to get to. And then opened in September 2022 with a $22.6 million and went on to make $105.9 million domestically and $111.1 million internationally. And then we'll go on with 2, and I'll give you more information on that, how much that one made. The one in the theaters, I want to give you, because I had watched it, and I thought, you know, if you hadn't watched it, you might want to watch it even more by me telling you a little bit about it, right? Smile 2. The story revolves around Sky Riley, a Grammy-winning pop star haunted by a Smile entity. See, this is a new one in the theaters. The film begins with Sky attempting a comeback tour. She's on tour while struggling with personal demons. She's struggling with personal demons, including drugs use, guilt over her boyfriend Paul Hudson, a death in a car accident. The Smile curse passes to Sky after a chilling encounter with Lewis, a drug dealer influenced by the entity. See, in the beginning, that's how I started. I don't want to say too much, but I'm gonna leave that as that what is written, how I have it on paper, just so you know, you would grab your attention and may want to go watch it in the movie theaters, okay? As the curse takes hold, Sky suffers terrifying hallucination and a deteriorating mental state. She's hallucinating, she's deteriorating at the same time in her mental state, you know? It's really giving her a hard time, you know? Leading to a series of disturbing events that blur the line between reality and illusion. And it's so good because when it says that blur the line between reality and illusion, it really is going on in that movie as it says, and it is really good. Okay, so these conclude frightening encounters with fans and visions of her late boyfriend. So she's having frightening encounters with fans and visions of her late boyfriend, which is really sad. The movie explores Sky's guilt and trauma, amplifying the horror, and she fights to survive. She is fighting to survive this entity that is giving her illusion, fear, and you know, just overcoming and giving her a mental state. You don't want to be that and come to that, right? The climax involves Sky meeting a nurse named Morris, who suggests stopping her heart to break the entity's grip. The plan collapses as the Smile entity manipulates her mind. It manipulates her mind, and that is true. In a shocking twist, much of what Sky experiences is revealed to be an illusion. The final scene sees her on stage. So the final scene sees her on stage during her comeback performance. Remember, she's a pop star. So, yeah. Sees her on stage during her comeback performance where the entity fully possesses her in front of a horrified audience. She commits a gruesome act of self-destruction. And that is true, in front of her fans, passing the curse to her fans. It's crazy. Hinting at the entity's potential spread on a global scale. So that entity wants to go worldwide. And that's what's booming about this new movie. If you have not seen it, go watch it. Go watch it. Okay? The movie leaves the entity's origins and how to defeat its ambitious setting up for a possible future. So that's what it's doing, setting up for a possible future sequence while exploring themes of trauma. So this movie is sequence while exploring themes of trauma, fame, has fame in there, as psychological horror. So if you haven't seen it, please see it. And then let's get to how much this movie in the theater is going. So it opened in 2024 with a 23 million and went on to make 65.7 million in the United States and Canada and 66.2 million in other territories. So it had, well, its sequel Smile 2 made 131.9 million worldwide. Wow. Smile 1 made a little more, but second was great. I'm not gonna lie. The budget Smile was made on a budget of 17 million, while Smile 2 was made on a budget of 28 million. Reception: Smile received a 78 rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Smile 2 received a B grade on Cinema Score, which was an improvement from the first films. Director Park Finn directed both films. Okay, and then the first Smile opened in September of 2022 with a 22.6 million and went on to make 105.9 million domestically, 111.1 million internationally. How crazy is that? So on with Pro the Reboot. I have some little information. I don't want to stay long on the whole thing because I got another movie. I have 3 movies to talk about. Okay, so we're on to this one, right? We got The Crow, the reboot, and it's exciting. It's love. It's all that in there, you know. The Crow, the first one was good, I would say, but let's get to it and jump to it. So this is it. Okay. Here's the slipcover. Okay, here's the back. And it's in 4K, Ultra HD, plus Blu-ray, plus digital, okay? So you can watch it anywhere to take with you. Stream it anywhere. And it has a code. Out the code. Here, it has Shelly's face, and then it has Eric's face. Okay? They have the both. And it smells good, okay? Those are the two, see? Has them on the back and then him on the front, okay? And it's a love. It's just so good. If you haven't seen it, please do go watch it. You know, that's what I'm here for. I want you to watch these movies, and if you haven't, you just want to know, or you just know and you are a big fan of movies and you're just watching this, it is good just to watch, you know, just to hear what someone is explaining about these movies. Okay, so let's get to it and jump right to it. The Crow Reboot 2022, okay, follows the story of Eric, played by Bill Skarsgård, yeah, and Shelly FKA Twigs. Okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but please excuse me, but I apologize. As they navigate love, loss, and revenge, here's a breakdown of what had occurred in that movie. First is the introduction. Eric and Shelly meet at a rehab facility, where they bond. over their shared struggles. And that is true. And that's how they get that started and up. Their romance blossoms quickly, which is true. They escape the facility to start a new life together. However, Shelley's dark past soon catches up with them. Okay. The tragedy, the antagonist, Vince, a crime lord with demonic powers, targets Shelley and Eric. His abilities allow him to manipulate others to commit heinous acts. Okay. So Vince henchman brutally murders the couple, setting the stage for the supernatural elements. Okay, so he's setting the stage for the supernatural elements. Eric's resurrection has occurred, okay, in the afterlife. So Eric meets Carnos, a spirit who resurrects him with powers of invincibility tied to his pure love for Shelley. Eric returns to avenge their death and confront the evil responsible. 4. Climatic revenge. Eric tracks down Vince's forces, leading to a violent showdown at an opera house. He systematically eliminates the villains, culminating in a final battle with Vince. Though his love and sacrifice, Eric defeats the crime lord and releases Shelley's soul. So he releases Shelley's soul at the end, which is so loving. And just the way he goes out and finds her and tries to do all this crazy stuff for her, and then he gets resurrected just to go find his love. I feel like that is so hard, and just like a love romantic death situation, it's just so loving. Okay, just that part, just to know that your loved one or someone you love ending Eric's sacrifice his love to ensure Shelley's return to the mortal world. Eric sacrifices his life. She awakes as a paramedic, tends to her, realizing Eric's ultimate act of love. Eric remains in the afterlife. Content with his victory and hopeful for eventual reunion with Shelley. Okay, the film blends tragically romance and supernatural revenge while re-imaging the iconic story for a modern audience. Okay, so they had like I said, they re-imaging the iconic story for a modern audience. So right now, that's what this reboot of the Crow, so it can reimagine the iconic story for modern society today. Okay, so if y'all didn't know that was why. And it's like I said, I love it because it has tragedy, it has romance. For the tragedy, knowing someone still loves you, the supernatural revenge, so you know that your other partner, significant other, y'all's bond is unbreakable. I love that just to know that. Okay, so that is for that, and let me get to how much this movie had made. Right, the 2024 reboot of The Crow made $9,275,659, right, in the United States and Canada, and $23,999,106 worldwide. Their budget, the reboot had an estimate budget of $50 million. So that was their budget. It was $50 million. And then the overseas, the reboot made an additional $4.6 million overseas. So that's even better. You're making it, out and getting it across, and getting that money, for that movie. That movie, it's a hit. I like the first one. I just like the romance. It's just so good. I like the romance. And it was the biggest box office flops of 2024, they said. The Crow the 1994 one. Look, I got it in 4K Ultra HD plus the digital code. It's a 30th anniversary limited edition. Still look if y'all haven't not gotten that one. And that's how it looks. And then I'll show you more on it and open it on the next one, and we can talk more about the 1994. But right now I have another movie to talk about. I should have added it with this one, but your girl wasn't thinking, and I feel like it's too long. I'm just trying to keep it at around 30 minutes, you know, something. But it's Brandon Lee is in it, and I love this one. I love it. Okay, the original The Crow, remember the one I was talking about? The original The Crow from 1994 was a cult classic that grossed 94 million on a 23 million budget. So they made some money off of that. Got some money back, made some more money off of it, million. The original The Crow was directed by Alex Proyas, I think if I'm saying it right, who had been critical of the reboot. Okay, he had been critical of the reboot. He has called it a cynical cash grab, so to grab some money, and that was it. That's what it was, you know. It wasn't thrilling, and the worst movie of the year. That's what he said. Okay, but that's why he has said that. It was just a simple cash grab. Okay, and then on to the next, the Hereditary boombox one, you know, the final one. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the cover, I'm gonna show you the out, I'm gonna show you the slip. A modern day horror masterpiece. So it's a modern day horror masterpiece, and you're gonna love it. I think it was in 2018 it had came out. Give me just a second. It has Toni Collette in here. It's a 4K, it's Ultra HD. It's a 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray plus digital. So, you know, got that code in there. You can just stream it anywhere, watch it anywhere, have it anywhere. Okay. And I like this movie a lot. This is a generation, The Exorcist, but heads will spin more savagely. Okay. And it was given a 5-star rating. Okay. So that is that one. I don't know if you can see it good, but my light had went out. I had to recharge it. I'm so sorry if the lighting is kind of bad and you cannot see it. Let's take the slip cover off. That is it. Okay. And then that's the slip cover. Okay. Okay. And then it's a modern day horror masterpiece. Okay. Let me see it. Has special features. The ultimate movie watching experience. So it has immersive audio, wider color spectrum, high dynamic range, HDR, has HD resolution. Okay, and it's a disc 2. Blu-ray has a disc 1 is 4K Ultra HD movie plus special features, and then disc 2 on here is Blu-ray movie plus special features also. And then that's the back. Okay, and then take the code out. You can't see that. Okay, this is how they look. Here's that. Okay, and they're plain. It just has the name. And then this is Lionsgate. Okay, so let's get to what about the movie that made it pop? Okay, Hereditary. Okay, it's a 2018 is a psychological horror film directed by Ari Aster that dives into themes of family trauma, grief, and occultism. Okay, here's a detailed breakdown of what happens in the movie. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a breakdown what happens in the movie. I want to, before I get started, remember I'm reading from the script. I have watched it, but I'd rather it be on wording to remember, and so to give it more wording that sounds more intriguing to you to go watch it, or if you haven't watched it, or it makes this video boom. Okay, just, you know, so you stay and watch and know. Okay, the beginning, the Graham family's loss. So that's the beginning, the Graham family's loss. I'm gonna tell you what happened in the beginning. The movie begins with the death of Ellen, the estranged grandmother of the Graham family. Okay, her daughter and Annie Graham attends the funeral with her husband Steve and their children Peter and Charlie. And then Ellen's presence looms over the family, particularly affecting Charlie, who exhibits strange behaviors such as creating unsettling art and obsessing over death. Number 2, tragedy strikes, right? During a party, Peter takes Charlie along reluctantly, okay? She eats cake containing nuts. It had nuts in it, okay? Triggering a severe allergic reaction. Panicking, Peter rushes her to the hospital. In a shocking moment, Charlie leans out of the car window for air, and her head strikes a telephone pole, killing her instantly. And that was so sad during that movie when she's back in the car, she is hallucinating. She ate a cake that had nuts in it, and she couldn't breathe. She was just kicking her feet in the back of this car, and then she started putting her head out, I guess, to get some fresh air. She couldn't take it. That's when she got struck into a pole, because then the dog was in front of them when he was driving, speeding past 80. There was a dog in the road, and that's how she got hit, and her head just flew off, okay? And it was really sad. And the next morning, her head was found, like, very gruesome, flies and all that around it. Is so nasty. Peter drives home in a shock, right, leaving Charlie's body in the car. So half of her body was in the car, her head was out in the road still the next morning, Annie discovers the body the next morning, leading to devastating grief. Oh my God, that is just what killed me in the movie. That is just so horrifying. Just imagine waking up and your child, you had your son take your daughter out and they were just having fun, but then that could happen. Anything could just come out of the blue and just happen. That's why you always got to watch. You always got to make sure you're with someone. If you take them to a party and they're younger, you don't leave them alone, you don't. Okay? But that's what happened to the movie, They want it to be a shocker, So Annie's descents into grief, right? Annie joins a grief support group where she befriends Joanne, a woman who claims to have lost her son. Joanne introduced Annie to a ritual, right? Claiming it allows her to communicate with her deceased loved ones. Desperate to connect with Charlie, Annie performs the ritual at home. Unknowingly, and this is where it happens, unknowingly inviting a dark presence into the house. That's when she invites it into the house and all crazy stuff start happening in the house. Boom. There you are, 4, unraveling the family's past. And this is this subject. So this one is unraveling the family's past. This is when, because the entity of the dark spirit is there, so it starts coming back up the past and starts haunting them, okay? So strange, terrifying events begin to unfold. Peter is haunted by supernatural occurrences, and Andy uncovers disturbing truth about her mother's secret involvement in a cult. So she finds out her secret involvement in the cult, what's going on. Okay, so back to the story. Dedicated to Payman, a demon king. So it's a demon king, Payman, named Payman, right? Annie finds her mother's occult symbols, photographs of Ellen with Joanne, and evidence linking Ellen to the occult activities. The family breaks down. Annie becomes increasingly erratic. She becomes increasingly erratic, alienating her family, okay? Steve is skeptical of her claims, while Peter is plagued by intense hauntings, including visions of Charlie and his own injuries, okay? So Steve is skeptical of what Annie's saying, which is her husband, while Peter is plagued by intense haunting, and including visions of Charlie and his own injuries. Something that happened, his nose, I don't know if you've seen in part of the movie where he has like bandage around his nose and stuff like that. That's that part. Annie finds her mother occult symbols and photographs of Ellen with Joanne, and evidence linking Ellen to the occult activities. The family breaks down. Annie becomes increasingly erratic, aligning her family. Steve is skeptical of her claims, while Peter is plagued by intense haunting, including visions of Charlie and his own injuries. The tension climaxes when Annie discovers her mother. So the tension climaxes when Annie discovers her mother's headless corpse in the attic. So she finds her mother's, Annie the mother of the two kids had found her mother's headless corpse in the attic, you know, and that is the grandmother whose head was found in the attic, surrounded by rituals. Her head, so where she found it, it was surrounded by ritual symbols. That is crazy, okay? And then the sixth, the ending, the ritual fulfilled. So this is the ending part. The ending, the ritual fulfilled, right? So the ritual was fulfilled, okay? The film's climax reveals that Charlie's soul was a vessel for Paimon, and the cult aims to transfer Paimon into Peter's body, okay? And so when that happened, the occult aims to transfer Paimon into Peter's body. So he has the demonic king in his body, okay? And so Annie becomes possessed and kills herself. So Annie becomes possessed and kills herself, decapitating her own head. And it's crazy. If you've seen it in the scenes, I have a TikTok. If you look, she's like, and I have that played in there. And it's called Clara G Loves You 6, okay? And you go look it up. It is my TikTok. I have another TikTok at JosephinaClaraG. I'll actually put it in the video of my TikToks so y'all can check it out. All right, I have two of them. So Annie becomes possessed and kills herself, decapitating her own head, which is crazy. Peter, now fully broken, falls from the attic window, seemingly dying. Okay, he's seemingly dying. Wait, however, Paimon spirit possesses Peter. It does. It possesses him. He awakens and is led to a treehouse. So he is wakened by that spirit, where the occult worships him as their new host. So he is the new host. So you know that they are going to make another one, okay? The movie ends with Joanne, all right? And the occult hailing Peter as Paimon. So they are hailing Peter as Paimon, you know, worshiping sim of our hands, kneeling down and worshiping him, solidifying the horrifying cycle of possession and manipulation. So this is solidifying the horrifying cycle of possession and manipulation. That's what it's about, okay? Themes and symbolism. Hereditary explores how trauma and mental illness can feel like inescapable curses passed down through generations. So it's like inescapable curses you cannot escape, is passed down through generations. That is what this movie is entitled. The movie title reflects both the familiar and supernatural inheritance haunting the Graham family. The unsettling blend of psychological horror and occult rituals ensures a lasting impact on viewers. So it does leave a lasting impact on the viewers. Okay, leave it on me. This chilling film is often praised for its atmosphere's tension, Tony performance as Annie, and its layered storytelling. So her performance was good as Annie, and its layered telling story is like the bomb. I love it. And so you want to know how much this movie had made? I'm gonna tell you. So in the 2018 horror film Hereditary grossed $82.8 million worldwide against a production budget of $10 million. So their budget was $10 million. So you got your money back worth. Okay, so after they got their money, $10 million back, they made an extra couple more, which was $82.8 million. So we take that back. They had made $72.8 million extra. That is good. So that is awesome about a movie, and you know, someone's directing, they make money back and they get a lot more money. United States and Canada 44.1 million. Other countries other countries where it made money is 38.8 million. Hereditary was A24's highest grossing movie at the time. It was released on June 8th, 2018 and ran for 207 days. It ran for 207 days. The film stars Toni Collette. Okay, so the next, okay, film stars Toni Collette, Gabriel Byrne, and Ani Dowd. it's about a grieving family, okay, that's haunted by disturbing occurrences. Some of Hereditary's biggest international markets were UK 7.29 million, topping Insidious and The Witch. So UK made 7.29 million, topping Insidious and The Witch. So they topped it, Hereditary. And then Mexico made 3 million with Hereditary, passing Get Out. So that's for that. And I hope y'all liked what I had talked about in each of these. You know, they are great movies. If you have not watched a Smile in the theaters too. So this is the one, Smiles in theaters, and then The Crow, the reboot, and then we got The Crow 1994, which I am going to talk about in my next video, and I'm going to make it that long. I should never made it that long, but this is fine. Not that new to YouTube, but I'm new making my channel, so I hope y'all like and subscribe, comment, share, please share. Please comment, you know, let me know how my performance is doing, how you like. And I got a lot of movies to review and go over, so I hope you like everything that I had given. I just had it printed so it comes out better, so y'all understand, and I'm not leaving out nothing in the movie. That's why. So if you see me with my paper, please do not take it like, oh my gosh, she that dumb, you know, to remember. But it just helps me to remember, and I'm not leaving nothing out, okay? I want to get y'all's attention and grab it, okay? And I just hope y'all follow me by subscribing. Follow me on my TikTok platform, my Instagram, and I'll leave all that information. And I have a Facebook, but I'm not giving that out until I fully fix it all, and then I'm going to give that out in later on. But I do have a Facebook. I have barely made and then because my other accounts, they had got hacked. I had like 5 Facebooks or 6, 7 probably, I don't know. It just got lost and cannot keep up anymore. But I hope y'all liked everything that I have shown. This one will be, oh sorry, not this one, hold on. Yes, this one, the original one, I will be doing a review on it, and I will have my paper out, so you know. Okay, so I hope you like, and I will see you on the next one. And then I will, even if y'all wanted to, before I see you on the next one, I'm already gonna do it, but go out and go pick some movies out for y'all, so we have a little shopping experience with our videos, and so y'all can get a little outdoor fresh air with me by getting one of the steelbooks, getting a steelbook or something great in one of these movies. I hope y'all enjoy. See you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I be posting. Thank you for watching. And to support my videos, I will leave my cash apps to help. Thank you.